I've gotten a few questions on Instagram about being a new dad and still being so consistent. And I'm going to be straight up honest. There's no secrets to this. I have just been training for so long that it is just part of my routines. And I have just accepted that it's not going to be perfect right now. And I'm trying to make it as easy to get in and get what I need to get done to feel good. Ultimately, to keep the ball rolling and keep momentum during this more chaotic time of life. It's also like a really awesome time. But my goals are just to keep the ball rolling and train hard and do what I can. And that really helps when life changes, right? I'm not gonna necessarily try to do like a powerlifting meet or an Olympic lifting meet in the next 2 months when I just had a kid and my goals are mostly oriented around training. Can I train hard? Yeah, I'm working hard. I'm doing what I can do, and that's really what's important to me right now. But the big things when it comes to like when change has occurred are keeping things like efficient, right? So I have a very good setup where it literally takes me 3 minutes to get to the gym. I can get a workout in a really time efficient manner just from the fact that I'm not commuting a ton, which if you have to commute to a gym, that's great, right? Just manage your expectations around maybe how long you spend there. It's way better to get 30 minutes of work in, even if you have to drive for 10 minutes there and back, than it is to not work out. Always just do what you can within reason, right? Like take rest days, but doing what you can over and over again is going to take you to a really good place. The other big thing is just, yeah, keeping it effective and within that time span that I can work out, just doing my best to get in challenging work that is going to help me get better in the long term. So when I work out, I'm not really someone who loves to work out at like 5 in the morning. There might come a day where that becomes what I have to do. But I would rather throw it in like during wind down time, or I would actually rather start my work day earlier. And again, I work for myself, so it helps that I can just start working earlier. I would rather start my work earlier, have a little bit of a period at the end of my workday to go train. And yes, I kind of think of training as part of my work, which I honestly think is a good mindset for a lot of people. The final thing that I think is really important is just to manage expectations. Like if you're gonna have to shorten your workouts up, right? You just want to get in what's important. You also want to just trust that if you just keep showing up and pushing the ball forward, good things are gonna happen, right? When it comes to like how to think about training when you have a new baby or when you have life changes, I think so much of it is just managing expectations and just realizing what training in stressful times can help us with, right? Training is a physical stressor, that's for sure, right? But if you're going through mental and emotional stressors, just getting in and moving your body can be really, really powerful. Training is something I've been doing since I was 16, so 20-ish years now. And it's just something that I know helps me. It helps me physically, it helps me mentally, it helps me just be a better dad. And for that reason, it's a major priority in my life. I also play the game where I'm trying to help out my wife in ways that allow me to go and get it in, right? So I'm not a perfect husband by any means, but if I can put away the dishes, if I can change the laundry, if I can help take care of our son for periods of time, it's a lot easier for me to be like, hey, sneaking out to the garage for 30 minutes. If you need anything, let me know. But I'm going to be out there working out, right? She's okay with that. We've also talked about this type of stuff. And I think communication is also a really important part of relationships, especially if you're somebody who likes to train and you like to do stuff for yourself. You got to communicate to your partners, right? Take away any resistance that you can, meaning anything that could get in your way, you need to start navigating that, because the more you can just take away the things that can give you excuses or make you feel like you're stuck, the more you can just go do the things that you need to do from a training standpoint or from a health standpoint. And that makes a ton of difference in being consistent, pushing yourself, showing other people that training is good for you and it's also good for the relationships that they have with you. And I just think it's a really good example. So those are my big points when it comes to navigating maybe parenthood or big changes in your life while still continuing to train. Make it efficient, make it effective, manage your expectations, and then just play the game in your relationships. Be smart, communicate with other people, get in, have a program to follow, do the principle oriented approach that you hopefully know. how to do, and then just keep the ball rolling. That's all I got for today. Peace.